The better team Sunday will win. Well, we're joined by the best in the game. That is Rachel Nichols, live from Indiana. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us again. You were there last night, so I want to start with you. Confidence factor going into Game 7. Who do you have more confidence in?
Well, I watched the very end of that game with Ron Artest and Lance Stevenson, and Lance Stevenson is extremely confident that the Pacers are going to win Game 7. He was shouting and screaming all over the arena. They have got their core sort of, veteran guys. Everybody around that team is locked in and convinced that they are the team of destiny that is going to win this game. Their mental approach to Game 7, I think, is going to be looser and freer and stronger, frankly, than the Thunder, who, which by nature of the position they're in, are going to be feeling the pressure. But the question is, can a team with the MVP of the league turn that pressure around? Can they use their own exceptional crowd? The Thunder crowd is just so loud you can't hear yourself think sometimes. And are they going to use that to take that pressure and turn it around into one of the great Game 7 performances of all time? Because I think it's going to have to be. This is very different. We keep talking about the Denver series that this Thunder team played, and you might remember that it was like this going into a Game 7, and who's going to have the edge, and Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world, and the Thunder thumped them and won by 30. Guess what? That is not happening this time. The Pacers are going to fight for every single inch of this Game 7, and the Thunder are going to have to beat them for 48 minutes.
I literally cannot wait. Shai McCoy, Game 7. The Pacers surprised you up until this point, winning 3 games, even pushing it to 7. Who do you have more confidence in?
Real quick, I like to listen to what Rachel says first.
Very smart.
Before you guys. Rachel, you said the Thunder. I didn't hear you. The Thunder? What'd you say?
Oh, I just said that the Thunder have all of the tools to win. Mm-hmm. It's whether they succumb to the pressure and they can fight through and really do what they should do out on the court, because their role players should play better at home. And SGA is going to play like an MVP. We saw him do that in the last game.
I agree with Rachel. And I want to, real quick, before I even give my whole take, I wanted to give a lot of shout out to the Pacers. They played well together, right? Rick Carlisle been out coaching the whole series, right? And I want to give him a lot of credit for that. And the way that the Pacers team collectively, they all should get the Finals MVP, right? Siakam should be the first one with the trophy, and they all should be behind him. This is an easy one. It's OKC. If the Pacers win this game, this will be the worst thing for the NBA in years, in history. Where let me tell you why. Let me just hear me out, Rachel. Just hear me out. Hear me out. I don't make these public announcements often. Just hear me out. Why be the worst things? Because now you're preaching you don't gotta be a star to win a championship. You don't gotta have a max player to win a championship. You don't have to be the greatest to win a championship. You can have a bunch of role players. Rachel, you get your 15 points. Acho, can I bring bring it back up for because I want to get everybody involved. Now we're a team. It's the Pacers. Rachel, you get, you the boss. You get your 20 points, Rachel. Acho, you get your little 12 points, little 4 assists like Halliburton. James Jones, go up there, you get your little 15 points.
Okay, I'm about to give me 15.
And I'm gonna get my little 18.
Did you just call Tyrese Halliburton a role player? Did we go from is he enough of a superstar to now he's a role player? What are you saying?
He's been performing like a role player this series. Like 15 points one game.
No.
He's been averaging 15 points like, 6 assists, something like that. It's real mid, real cool, it's real good. It's a good performance. All I'm saying is, you have the MVP, you have J-Dub, Shaq, you have all these players on this side of things, the best record in basketball, #1 seed, all these things on this side. And on this side, you got a great college-type atmosphere team in the Pacers. And when they win a championship, every little kid that grows up that want to be a starter want to be like Mike. We got to change that now. Now, be a great role player. You be TJ. You be Halliburton.
Rachel respond.
Be like Hallie.
Be like Hallie. Go on there and get you that 15 points.
Be like Hallie.
Get the 15
We
points,
have
brother.
been using this college team thing way too loosely. And by the way, people have been saying that about the Thunder all season, too. Here is what's college-y about the Pacers and the Thunder. They both play in incredible buildings with fans that are of a college atmosphere, of fans who are only dedicated to their team and shout and show up. Mm-hmm. That is it. That's it. Otherwise, these are two professional, highly skilled basketball teams. They are not teams that are like Cinderella stories in the NCAA tournament. I think that term has been so misused. It applies to the atmosphere. It does not apply to the team. The team They have been shown over and over again. These are some of the best pros in the business.
You're right about that. Hey, listen. Hey, Toppin, he's.
Toppin.
Hey, great. You are used to. Listen. Hey. He can keep leading the team in scoring. So I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe I got the wrong definition of college-y. I just know this. In the NBA, the superstars, the main players, they normally have the most points. They normally be the reason why they win. But for the Pacers, it's a little different. Like I don't know if TJ was the best point guard. I don't know. Maybe, but you know, so I'm gonna let you.
Shady's superstar bias is oozing out of his tape. My confidence in Game 7, I'm going with the Pacers. I'm going with the Pacers. In the last 20 years, teams that have battled back from down 3-2 to win Game 6 and push it to Game 7, those teams have all won, whether it's the Cavs in 16, the Heat in 13, the Lakers in 10. I think the Pacers have the momentum, but more than anything, the Pacers have Rick Carlisle. And the real reason I'm extremely confident in the Pacers going into Game 7 is I remember Rick Carlisle in 2011. Rachel, you were there as was I. Dirk Nowitzki did not lead the Mavericks in scoring in Game 7 to win that game. LeBron James did not lead all players in scoring in Game 7, nor did Dwayne Wade, nor did Chris Bosh. Any guesses on who did, Rachel? I'm sure you know. Jason Terry.
I knew that one.
So with that being said,
the man with the trophy on his arm.
If Jason Terry, who never led all players in scoring the entirety of that series, could lead all players in scoring in Game 7, it could be Obi Toppin. It could be Mathurin. It could be Siakam. It could be Halliburton. It could be Naismith. It could be Nembhard. It could be McConnell. See, for the Pacers, it could be one of 8 players. For the Thunder, it can only be 2. And if it happens to not be one of those 2, they lose the game. Pacers, you can pull 8 cards out of your deck. Thunder, y'all got 2, and you better pray. You better pray that those 2 show up in a mighty way. Otherwise, they got 8 that could hit at any point in time.
Yeah, okay. Sound confident, huh,
I'm gonna go with the OKC Thunder.
Oh.
But Rachel, as you can hear me talk, I ain't got my chest out. I don't got my chest out because
Well, you shouldn't.
I do not know how this is gonna go. I do not go, and I'm a little nervous. Number one, the Pacers is playing with house money. The Pacers is playing with 0 pressure. This has been the most lopsided finals coming into this finals. Nobody. What was the odds?
Minus 700.
Nobody thought that this would be at a Game 7, let alone think the Pacers would win this series. And they are here now in Game 7 with an opportunity to win this series. They are playing with house's money. And then not only that, it's not easy for me to erase what I just seen. I just seen a basketball team get dominated. Lows in every area from the regular season to the postseason. 91 points, 21 turnovers, 17 points. They ain't lost by that in all year, including the postseason. This one here, man, I'm nervous. I'm going to say OKC just because of the star and the MVP, but I'm nervous for this one, man. I am very, very nervous, and I don't talk with my chest out this morning.
But that's the magic of Game 7, right?
Can you see this or you can't see it?
We don't know what is going to happen. That's what we love about sports, right? Unlike anything else. What do you got up there?
Shady, what do you want to know? We might have to take Shady's single.
Can we bet, Acho? Yeah. Can we? I'm sorry. Yeah.
We got a lot of show left, Shady. We'll decide our bet by the end of the show. Rachel, go ahead. You were saying.
I was just saying that this is why we love sports, right? We don't know what's going to happen. Even if you have a lopsided, battle going into it, you still turn on the TV because somebody can catch fire. And that's the magic of it. And that's why Game 7s are the 2 best words in sports, because going in, you've had a team win 3 and another team win 3, and you don't know who's going to win. So we can sit up here and talk about who we have confidence in, but the truth is none of us know. Shady, I promise, none of us know. And so that's why we're going to be glued to the TV. And that's what's fun about it. I cannot wait. This is going to be great. I talked to TJ McConnell for a little bit after the game one-on-one, and he said a few things I think you guys will relate to in particular. He said, playing hard is a skill. It's its own skill set. We don't talk about that as its own skill. Being hungry out on the court, being so hungry that you play to exhaustion is the way he said it. That is a skill. He said, those are some of the skills that I bring, where other guys say that they bring athleticism, they bring height, they bring shooting. He said, my skill is hard work, playing to exhaustion, and being hungry. Those are the skills, and I feel have been adapted by the whole team. And I do think that influences how they come into this game 7. They're not happy to be here. They may be playing with house money, but they're not happy to be here. They have that hunger and they have that playing to exhaustion. OKC might be the favorite still, but they're going to have to earn every single minute of it if they're going to win this title.
Yep, and I agree with that. I love the way TJ plays. TJ, everybody on the team needs a guy like TJ. But I will say this, though, man. One thing I will change my mind on, and I said it before when Rachel was on set, is that I think the Pacers is better than what I gave them credit for. I think the Pacers is better than a lot of people gave them credit for. So they are a good team, right? So when I even talk about the college format, the way they play, that's not a diss to how good they are. They are a really good team. They play good at their style. But what I'm saying is, for OKC to lose, a lot of things have to go wrong. I watched the first game, right, where Halliburton, hit the game on a shot, left him with 3 seconds, and 0.3 seconds, and it was more of like they led the game the whole time, right? And then down the stretch, they made some turnovers, made some bad reads, whatever, and they came back. Guys had some crazy threes, right? And then Halliburton made the game with a shot. As I look at last night, how did they get beat by so many points? And as you watch it, I mean, Czech didn't even show up to the arena. That's one part. He had like 4 points, okay? And I don't think he'll go that bad again. But then a world where SGA, who's known for getting buckets, like getting buckets, okay? He really wasn't scoring a certain way. And then J-Dub wasn't really scoring a certain way. Now, a lot of that credit goes to Rick Carlisle of the game plan. We're not going to full press as much, but when they get into the paint, we go on a double team. So I get that. On the other side of the table, with the Pacers, everything went well for them. They played with great energy. They played with home. The role players played extremely well. And as collectively, from the starters to the bench players, they all played well. They all chipped in. So my thing, for you to win in OKC, you need SGA to not score. You need J-Dub, who's been balling, not to play well. Then you need Czech not to show up against the arena. And then you need all your 10 players to ball out to win. Like, so saying all that, I'm just saying it's not impossible. But for the team that's not as talented, that's not as good, they gotta have all these things to go right for them to win.
I would say that was to blow out, not to win. Like, all that happened for the Pacers to blow out the Thunder. To win, I don't think they need all that. I mean, what I found fascinating, Rachel, mostly is like they just need 1 to 2 of their bench players to get active, because that's what usually happens. Last night, Mathurin did nothing. I mean, Benedict played for like 8 minutes that game. He had the shortest leash in the world. They need 1 to 2 of their bench players to get active. 1 to 2 of their bench players get active in like 4 of these 6 games. Toppin has had 17, 17, and 20. Mathurin has had 27. McConnell has had back-to-back phenomenal games. Last night, 12, 9, I think 4 and 4. A stat line that's shared with LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green. So what I suggest is they actually don't need that much to go right. But, Rachel, I want you to weigh in on that. Like, for the Pacers to win Game 7, do they need to get lucky or do they need to just be good? Sometimes we say in sports it's better to be lucky than good. Do they need luck or do they just need to be good?
Well, Rick Carlisle has said in this playoffs, he said, for us to win, the way they have to win is for everybody to max out. They don't have the guy who's going to swoop in and score 45 points. So for them to win, to your point, they have to do all of those different things. The Oklahoma City Thunder do have more ways to win, Shady. They can win if SGA has a strong game. J-Dub, Jalen Williams was a minus 40 in last night's game. That is very unlikely to happen in Game 7. So I do agree that for the Pacers to win, they will have to have everything go well, but that's not a rare circumstances. As Rick Carlisle says, that is how we win. That is how we do it. They know how to do that. It's not one of those rarities, sort of, leprechaun in the woods kind of things.
I guess Acho won't bet me, James. I guess he won't bet me.
That's why I'm not talking with my chest out, because they ain't just win 1 game. They have won 3 of them. J-Dub has not played bad in 3 games. Shai has not played bad in 3 games. So they have shown you that if OKC plays well too, we still can find a way to win. And that's why I don't really sit up here with a lot of confidence saying like OKC is just going to win this thing just easy, because they've won in every way in this series. They've won 3 games, and they possibly should have already been the foe if they don't trick off Game 4. So, I mean, we can say all that, and I don't think they're going to play that bad again. in J-Dub and SGA, but they have played well, and the Pacers have still found ways to win.
We will see. Hey, Rachel, thank you so much. I got to head to break, but you stay safe out there. Are you going to Game 7?
Absolutely.
Amazing. I wish I was as well. What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.